play. You see, a lot of things have been happening in the gaming community as of late, and games have been signing exclusivity deals. Deals that they probably otherwise should not be signing. In the most recent case, kinda hit it close to home. I am talking, of course, of MW5. And henceforth, if you didn't notice, the game in the background is MechWarrior Living Legends, a game in which I was playing horribly at earlier today. But enough about that. Let's get started, shall we? Yep, MechWarrior 5 has officially been partnered with the Epic Store. Of course, they're urging community pre-orders to, They are giving out refunds until September 1st, so there's that. So they're not really breaking any consumer protection laws, right? Right. We'll move on to the next slide here. Okay. Our partnership with Epic's Game Store allows Piranha the opportunity to make mercenary the same spill that everybody says, oh, well, it helps with the payments and stuff. Basically the same spill that everybody else is partnered with the, in fact, I'm pretty sure it's a bog standard statement at this point, so, The developers have also prepared a detailed FAQ. I may go there in a second. I don't have the source set up to do this, really, so it is what it is. But they announced their September because they estimated there wouldn't be a lot of games coming out, it wouldn't be so overcrowded, and each title could do really good. And as the date approached, they started seeing several very large game releases coming out around it. So, they wanted to shift their attention because of that, because sales do make a game company, and I can understand this. And I'll get into what I have a problem with this later on in this, so don't worry. I'm just, I'm kind of vaguely reading through this and talking to MechWarrior 5 and Epic. Partner with Epic gave us the ability to delay the game and polish it a little bit. You gotta have something to do now that you're pushing it from September to December. But, like I said, delays happen, and I'm perfectly fine with delays, and I can understand running out of money. Like I said, I'm going to wait. Because this is completely unscripted and off the cuff. I'm a little behind, so this is probably a little late. How long will MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries be an Epic game exclusive? MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries will be an exclusive on the Epic's Game Store for a year. A year! Look at this. A year. Actually, there's a possibility that it may be longer than a year because Epic can essentially keep them as an exclusive, and PGI could go out of business if the game's not good enough. You tiptoeing a fine line here, people. Let's hope it's good. I mean, it's not that I want anybody to do bad in this industry, but yeah. Well, MechWarrior, yes, after the year, hopefully it'll come to other, platforms. The original purchase FAQ mentioned a Steam key. Can I still get a Steam key? Unfortunately, no. However, we are offering full refunds. The thing about this is there's a story of a guy who was asking if he could wait a year and exchange his EGS key for a Steam key, and they gave him a refund. So I'm just going to err on the side of, no, waiting a year is not going to get you a Steam key. If you're not going to play it on the Epic Game Store, you may as well go ahead and get your money back. They're not taking your stuff from MWO, which a lot of people think is this great boon that they're showing community interest. Not really. They're actually just they're, it's a manpower thing. They would have to manually remove it account by account, and it's really not worth it. Will the Epic Games Store support modding like Steamworks? In 4 to 6 months, which would be at the latest June, or not June, January, EGS hopes to have a modding community like Steamworks. And of course, they give the whole line of they're fully committed to supporting mod making for MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. Mod makers will get the editor and stuff on release. However, the thing won't be integrated until early 2020. Okay. Now, on to what I have a absolute problem with from PGI. And that's the fact that, and I'm not about to go hunt down a bunch of tweets that I forgot to save because I'm an idiot. Basically, PGI wasn't going to say anything about this until Gamescom. They were going to push back the date, of course, but they wasn't going to say anything until August 20th, I believe. Might have, yeah, somewhere in the time span of August 20th to 24th at Gamescom. And this shows how dirty this particular company is getting. And this actually shows one of the major problems with the games industry. That there's a lot of dirty deals and shady backstories. But, and I'm going to get at this a little differently than most people. I honestly think PGI could probably make it if they put out a decent product. And I'm not saying it's got to be the greatest game ever. I just say going to say it has to capture the raw essence of what MechWarrior and BattleTech has always been about. And that's the rule of cool in a space opera, in a sci-fi setting, with industrial giant-ass robots and killer fucking tanks. But they have to do really good with this release now because they have done nothing but cause problems for themselves. And my actual hopes of them doing good, well, look at the state of MechWarrior Online, which is a dying game. It's dying because of their stupidity on trying to do different things to keep the game alive and make money for a game that doesn't have the scope of MechWarrior Living Legends, which I'm playing B-roll footage of in the background. If this thing will go away. I mean, it's one of those things, like, you know, it doesn't have as grand a scope and it doesn't have as much content. Like, the loop that's from is about 4 hours of me recording, just to see if I could get it to work, because I want to do stuff with different communities again. I want to start getting back into YouTube, and I really didn't want to make this video. But MWO is very limited, and it does feel pay to win to a lot of people, and I completely understand. When you have to grind 100 hours for a decent mech build, it is very pay to win, and premium members get a lot better off. It's a very broken system, and a lot of people hate it. I can play it, but I get bored of it real easy, whereas like this, I don't, because map glitches, dying to mechs and whatnot. But yeah, I'm just going to point out or point blank state, that PGI has a lot to prove when it comes to what they're trying to do. And I don't know if they can physically do what they're promising anymore. A lot of players are going to be very quick to send them up creek, and a lot of other players are just point blank going to disregard them. I mean, they are launching on a platform that's biggest seller is a free-to-play game that's losing to Minecraft in the trending charts now. Thank God. I am tired of Fortnite. But yeah, no, I'm disappointed. I feel like I've been lied to, because Russ has fucking lied continuously to us. And it's one of those things, like, I wish I could find the tweets. If you want even more detail on this, Sid Alpha released a rant, my buddy Kibbs has released a rant on these things, and they have talked about more than I have. But yeah, no, I feel kind of cheated. But what's been helping me cope with this pain is, believe it or not, I'm going to be sharing something non-PGA, PGI related and Battletech related. Oh well, it is Battletech related. This, my dudes, this makes me happy. These people, CG, I own the beginner box. I own the Armored Warfare box that they released, I think it was a year ago. I'm currently funding this because I want more mechs, man. I am happy that people are spending their money on making mechs great again. I want more fucking mechs. I want to be able to walk into a hobby shop, and I have walked into a hobby shop, and remember, I live out in the middle of fucking nowhere. But I have walked into a hobby shop recently, and I've seen guys actually playing Battletech, and this is the first time in probably since I was 12 that you actually seen people playing Battletech in a hobby shop. It's amazing, especially since I live in the rural South, where hobby shops are few and far between, and mostly all you ever see there are Magic the Gathering tournaments. So it made my heart warm, and the fact that this is doing so good, it is just, my God, dudes, my dudes, I love it. I'm happy. But yeah, no, this is great. But I feel like this video has gone on long enough. It's going to take a fucking hour for it to upload, so it doesn't really matter, right? I've been Jackie Wolf. Thank you for watching my content. Thank you for listening to me. Hopefully my voice is not as low as it normally is. And yeah, have a good day. Smack that like and subscribe button because, God, I'd appreciate it.